The adoption center on Station Artemis 7 was quieter than usual. Eva stood at the observation window, her breath fogging the reinforced glass as she watched the various alien younglings play in the containment yard below. Most were from prominent species Valorian cubs, with their silver fur gleaming under artificial sunlight. Crithian hatchlings practicing their telepathic games, and even a few Zephyrian pups floating gracefully through designated flight zones. Ava's eyes were fixed on the small figure huddled in the far corner, away from the others. "That one," she said softly, pointing. "Who is that?" Coordinator Zelthara, a tall Valorian with administrative markings across her face, followed Ava's gaze. Her ears flattened against her skull, a sign of discomfort. "Ah, that is Subject 749, a hybrid. We ... Do not speak of him much? Him?" Eva pressed closer to the glass. "He has a name, doesn't he?" Zelthara's tail twitched. "Officially, no. Hybrids rarely receive designations. His genetic markers show Valorian and Drexian ancestry, a forbidden combination. Neither species will claim him. He has been here for 4 cycles. Ava felt something twist in her chest. 4 years. 4 years of being unwanted, unnamed, unloved. She had seen that look before in the eyes of children back on Earth, in orphanages and shelters. That hollow, resigned expression that came from being rejected too many times. "I want to meet him," Eva said. Zelthara's ears shot up in surprise. "Human Eva, I must advise against this. Hybrids are ... unstable, unpredictable. No one has successfully bonded with one in recorded history. The Galactic Adoption Council has strict protocols. I don't care about protocols." Ava interrupted, her voice firm. "Set up a meeting." 20 minutes later, Eva sat in a small interaction room, her hands folded on the metal table. The door hissed open, and a young guard ushered in the smallest, most heartbreaking creature Eva had ever seen. He couldn't have been more than 7 in human years. His fur was a patchwork of silver and deep crimson Valorian and Drexian colors that clashed rather than blended. His eyes were too large for his face, one golden, one amber. Small horns protruded from his head at odd angles, and his tail dragged behind him. Too thin and fragile looking, he didn't look at Ava. He simply shuffled to the chair across from her and climbed up, his movements mechanical, practiced. How many times had he done this? How many potential adopters had sat across from him, only to leave disappointed? "Hello," Eva said gently. "My name is Eva." The cub said nothing. His mismatched eyes remained fixed on the table. "I'm from Earth," Eva continued, keeping her voice warm and steady. "It's a planet pretty far from here. We have lots of different kinds of people there, too." Still nothing. But Eva noticed his ear, the Valorian one, twitch slightly. "I heard you don't have a name," she said. "Would you like one?" For the first time, the cub's eyes lifted, meeting hers with a mixture of hope and suspicion. His voice, when it came, was barely a whisper. "Names are for wanted cubs." Ava's heart broke. "You're right," she said. "And I want you. So you should have a name." The cub's eyes widened. You don't want me. Nobody wants me. I'm wrong. I'm broken. His small voice cracked, and tears began streaming down his face. "Nobody wants me." Eva stood and walked around the table. The guards tensed, but she ignored them. She knelt beside the chair and gently placed her hand on the cub's shoulder. He flinched, but didn't pull away. "I do," Eva said, her own eyes misting. "I want you. I always have. You don't even know me," the cub sobbed. "Then let's change that," Eva replied. "Starting with a name. How about ... Parker? It means keeper of the park where I come from." Someone who takes care of a safe, beautiful space. Would you like that? The newly named Parker stared at her, his small body trembling. But I'm a hybrid. I'm not pure. The Valorians say I'm tainted. The Drexians say I'm an abomination. The Council says The Council doesn't know what they're talking about, Eva said firmly. You know what we say on Earth? We say that being different isn't being broken. We say that family isn't about having the same DNA. It's about choosing to love someone. And Parker, I choose you. Parker's tears fell harder, but now they were different. His small arms wrapped around Ava's neck, and he buried his face in her shoulder. His whole body shook with sobs, not of despair, but of relief, of being seen, of being wanted. I choose you too, he whispered against her uniform. I choose you too, Eva. Coordinator Zelthara watched through the observation window, her tail hanging limp in shock. Beside her, Parker stood not the cub, but Captain Parker Chun, Ava's husband and co-guardian in their adoption application. Is she really doing this? Parker Chun asked quietly. Taking in a hybrid? The paperwork alone will be a nightmare. Not to mention the social stigma, the medical complications, Your mate is remarkable, Zelthara interrupted, her voice uncharacteristically soft. In all my cycles as coordinator, I have never seen a human or any species look at a hybrid with such acceptance. Parker Chun smiled, his eyes on his wife and the small cub clinging to her. That's humanity for you. We've spent our whole history being told we're not good enough, not pure enough, not worthy enough. Maybe that's why we recognize it in others. Maybe that's why we fight so hard for the unwanted ones. Inside the room, Eva was rocking young Parker gently, whispering promises into his mismatched ears. Promises that he was worthy, that he was loved, that he would never be alone again. Humanity, fuck yeah, Captain Sean whispered, echoing the unofficial motto of human explorers across the galaxy. Zelthara's ears perked forward, the Valorian equivalent of a smile. Indeed, Captain, indeed. 3 months later, Parker sat in the common area of the human vessel Wanderer's Hope, laughing as Ava and Captain Shun taught him an Earth game called Tag. His fur had grown shinier with proper nutrition. His horns no longer seemed awkward but dignified, and his mismatched eyes sparkled with joy. Other species watched in amazement as the broken hybrid thrived under human care. Soon, inquiries flooded Earth's galactic embassy. If humans could love the unloved, accept the unaccepted, perhaps there was hope for other forgotten younglings across the stars. Parker didn't understand the politics or the implications. He only knew that when nightmares woke him, Eva was there with warm arms and soft songs. That when he struggled with his conflicting instincts, Captain Shun patiently helped him find balance. That for the first time in his short life, he belonged. Nobody had wanted him, but the humans did. They always had, and that made all the difference.